Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Boundless. Today we're going to talk about thinking and thoughts. So, a lot of people are under the impression that their thoughts are reality or their thoughts are them. Um, in other words, they believe that whatever thoughts flow through their mind are true to an extent. And this identification, or should I say misidentification, with the thinking process is exactly what keeps us in a cycle of suffering. And you guys may be familiar with this subject, but I think it's time that we discuss how we can free ourselves from the thought process. So, first and foremost, we have to understand that thoughts are just patterns of memories, in a sense. Um, and there's nothing really more to it than that. Um, so to believe your thoughts as you um, is, how do I say this? It's wrong because it's like saying your finger is you, or your eyeball is you, or your ear is you. These are all parts of you, not necessarily the whole of you. So, what I'm trying to get at here is if you want to free yourself from the bondage of suffering via thoughts, you have to learn how to sit in the presence of what you are without thinking. So, the goal here is not to get rid of thoughts, but it's to become more interested in what is here before the thoughts arise. So, if you sit here without paying too much attention to your thoughts, you'll notice that there's this sort of silence, I guess, that is not anywhere in particular, but it's here. It's not over there. It's not over there. It's just here right now. And you'll notice that pretty much from everything comes from this silence. Now, of course, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, you'll have to do some investigating to see exactly what I'm talking about. But before your thoughts actually come into play, there's this silence, this background of silence from which they come. And I do believe that until you're familiar with that sense of silence, you're gonna take whatever appears to be you, and that's the mistake. That's why I say thoughts are very misguided, and most people misidentify with their thoughts. So the remedy is to sit in this open space where you feel like there's not really thoughts about this or that, really. There's just whatever's happening in the moment. So, in order to undo this misguided thinking or the misidentification with thoughts, meditation is a really good tool for doing so. So, you essentially have to learn how to sit with your thoughts, imagination, concepts, and realize that all that is passing through you. Yet, you is not an idea, it's not a concept that you can actually pinpoint. But from you, everything arises, even thoughts. So to become aware of this is the first step into not misidentifying, but the freedom from misidentifying with your thoughts begins with sitting in that silence. But until you do so, you will probably continue to go through your life thinking that you are your body, you are your thoughts, you are your imagination. And because of that, you'll still live in suffering. And it's really important that we get away from those ideas and start to live from the space of that silence. Because when it comes down to it, everything that has ever came to being only did so because there's this prior silence, this background of silence. And one quick way that I like to point this out is you've known all along that this body's been here, from, maybe like 3, 4, 5 years old, um, and you've witnessed the body change from a child, to a teen, to an adult. You've witnessed that, yet we never really put two and two together and come to the realization that there's something here that has not changed, that is watching this whole changing process, that is watching everything in life flow. There's some type of background that's always been there that has watched everything. And that is, I mean, in simple words, that is what you are. But you can't really define that, because as soon as you define it, it becomes a thought or something in the world. But what you are is prior to the world. And if you're wanting to get free from the bondage of suffering, you have to understand that you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are not anything that you can perceive. What you are is beyond all of this. And once you truly understand that, your life becomes much easier. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get to them in a timely manner. But thank you, and thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.